All right, so we bought a new shop project.
Yeah.
We kept it a bit of a secret. We've known about it for a few weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
That way.
Walk this way.
Okay.
You go first.
Yeah, walk this way. Oh, thank you. Just this way.
It's just through the door. And here it is.
Look at that.
We bought a Jeep.
We didn't even. You bought a Jeep.
I bought a
We
Jeep.
were supposed to practice that. But yeah, what
well-
was that ad?
We'll need a bigger trailer or a bigger boat.
Bigger boat. That's
We
it. Yeah.
got out of boat.
Would you like to have a look at Alan's Willies?
Yeah,
Okay. Come and have a look this way at Alan's Willies.
We'll get told off again. Donna will be telling us off.
Yeah. Don't mention her name
Don't
on these
mention the word.
videos. She doesn't like it. Okay. Yes. Don't. Yeah.
So
Okay. This is it.
this is it. This will be the shop project. What you're going to do is you're going to join us in the journey of the build.
The journey. That's real woke. To say
You're not supposed to
journey.
say that.
It is.
We're going to inspire
It is.
the rest of the community.
Oh, fuck off. No.
So
We're building
basically,
a hot rod.
We're building a hot rod.
Okay.
So a friend of ours, Mick, Mr. Rumbold Redbeard,
Yep.
he started this a while ago. The
I reckon
chassis,
it's about 10 years ago.
yeah, probably 10 years.
About 10. We basically knocked it up in a weekend. Bunch of mates in a shed.
Drinking beer.
A lot more drinking beer than building a hot rod. But anyway, we sort of got it
Mocked up.
fairly well mocked up. And then that was the end of the weekend and that was it.
Yeah, and he did a bit more work. So the chassis is done. So it's a fully fabricated, boxed out chassis.
Tirana front end,
Front to front
leaf spring rear.
with a 9-inch.
Yeah.
But the body's done. Like we'll fix the lights a couple little bits.
Yeah.
The body's pretty much rust free and it's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, the body's nice.
It's mounted all up, all that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do is every week we'll work on this. Friday afternoon probably we'll do 3 or 4 hours and we'll go through the full process of what's involved in building the hot rod. We might have one Friday where, right, we're fitting this, we're fitting that, and the other one might be just going, right, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
Trying to
Like,
figure shit out.
today, we've probably argued for 4 hours about what driveline to use.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of room in the engine bay.
Yeah, it does.
It does lift up. That's quite
Hang
a big.
on. I prepared this piece of wood earlier.
Oh, okay. How's that working for you?
Yeah, not very good. There you go. Does that go in there somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty decent size engine bay. So Mick had there was like a running 361 Chrysler big block. He had a 308. Then we threw other ideas.
And then we
LSs are getting pricey.
Let's do a Barra.
We're thinking Barra.
Yeah.
6-cylinder, inline,
Yeah.
probably just naturally aspirated to start with.
We could turbo it later.
I'm just going to I want to buy a complete driveline. I don't want to buy
Notice
a
how
bit.
millennial photographer
He's
is
going
like, he's
fancy.
got real arty, hasn't he? He's pissed off up the stairs.
He is.
Look at that. He's going, oh, this is all art.
Yeah,
Work
we
for the
should
camera.
work with
yeah.
behind here.
Yeah.
So we're thinking Barra. I want to, like, I'm not worried whether it's auto or manual, but I want to get something that's like low Ks, less than 9 or 10 years old, because then it's a
Well, it's a modern
driveline.
drivetrain.
It'll
Because
be lower.
we want this to be a daily driver.
Yep.
Like a proper, thing that you can jump in and do long distances, drive every day. It's not costing you $1 million in fuel, all that sort of stuff, So,
Yeah, so good fuel economy.
and we want aircon
yes, aircon.
because Alan's very soft now.
Yeah,
I can live without it.
not for you.
No, not now.
He hasn't got aircon. What else? Now, yeah, I've already bought wheels because there was some, so it's just going to get set of smoothies.
It's going to be on a budget too. It's not a big dollar
No.
thing. So we're trying to do it or show that you can build something cool on a small budget.
because I've got the Barracuda and the Volkswagen. I've got all these.
Oh,
other
you've got a
projects.
million projects. That's
So
why
I've
we
got to
needed to
spread-
buy another one.
We've got to spread the money around.
You were down to 6 projects,
Yeah,
so we
that's
needed
right.
another one.
It's been 4 weeks since I bought one.
Yeah.
So you'll join the process. Every
Yeah.
week we will do something.
So we want you to suggest things, not,
Yeah,
I
okay.
suppose. No,
Like
so
whatever.
that ain't happening.
Now, the one thing that we are going to do is on the back, that tray is
Yes.
going off.
Yeah.
What I want is one of the
American
US
style, yeah.
service beds. So Cody will cut the video
Now?
now. Right. So now I'll just put a picture up and you can see what I'm after. So this will disappear. We'll get rid of this. If someone wants this, it's to suit Holden 1 tonner.
They can have it.
They can have
if they can come and, well, I tell you what, if they want it, well, no, they can have it. Yeah. I was going to say they can come and cut it off, but we are actually going to cut it off because it's welded.
We'll cut it off. They can have it. It'll be
so
out
if someone wants it,
in the weather.
it'll be in the yard. Contact us.
So so that's what I want. One of those US style service beds. We'll kind of colour match it to the body.
We don't want the, what do they call them? Trade boxes or whatever that you have in Australia with the lift up sides. We want the flat sides with all the little doors and shit.
And the gap down the
space
middle.
in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's what we're thinking. So if someone's got a lead on one or sees one or whatever, let us know.
Well, their mate's got one on his ute. Just unbolt it and drop it off.
Yeah, that's right. Get him to drop it off. We've got beers in the fridge.
So that thing. And the other thing we're also going to, we've been talking about writing out a list. And we should move up here a bit so we're a bit closer.
Oh, we could sit here.
There you go. Look at that.
Okay, that's better.
So what we've been talking about is a list. So like a guideline for building a hot rod.
Yeah.
So a list, it's all the parts, all the bits and pieces you need. The stuff that people don't think about, that you forget. You go, oh, look, I've nearly built it. Except for all the little bits and pieces you forgot.
The little bits add up really quick towards the end. So at least Al's working on it. And basically we want to have it so that you can just email us and he should be able to just send it out to you as an email, as a PDF.
3 or 4 pages.
And then you can print it out and then it's like a spreadsheet basically where you've got all the parts you're going to need. You can put all your costs next to it and go, well, yeah, okay, I can afford to build this, or hang on, I'm spending too much on that. Maybe I'll make a cheaper one of those and I've got more money on something else, you know?
Do I need a $9,000 set of wheels? Or no, I'll just buy some second hand.
That's exactly right. So, and at least that way you can sort of work out, well, yes, you can. I mean, I've built budget hot rods before.
Yeah.
You know, so it is definitely possible.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to try and prove with this. You don't have to spend $1 million to build one.
Have something that's pretty cool. We'll still use some. There's parts that
there'll be new parts
worth
in
worth buying new, and bits that you can buy used. You know what I mean, like, I don't see the point trying to use old steering columns when you can buy a brand new one for a few $100. You know, half the time, by the time people come in and go, oh yeah, look, I need an adapter for a Mooneye steering wheel to a Sigma column. We're not going to.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. You know, so you're probably better off just buying the.
Or in some of the older, you get a column that's 20, 25 years old, mate. It's flogged out inside, and a lot of the stuff you can't get. We've had that experience before. So it's just easier to buy a new column or whatever.
From the start.
But there is some things that you can sort of go, well, you know, I don't need to spend $1 million on that.
Yeah.
You know, there's cheaper versions, not so much in quality, but in price and that, you know. So
yeah. Do you need a billet one of these where just a steel one will work?
That's exactly right. Sort of yeah. So Al's working on that. So in the next couple of weeks, that'll be available and we'll let you know, and then you can sort of send us an email or a message or whatever, and he can just flick it to you in a PDF. You can print it out and sit there and go, well, hang on, I can work out. I've got half of this shit sitting in my shed. I can build a hot rod. So or whatever. So
it just helps you with some of it's the little bits and pieces that you do. Like what's the saying, when it's 90% done, it's 90% to go.
Yeah.
Lots of little bits and pieces. You get to the end and you think, oh, I don't need much. It's nearly there. Yeah. But then
it's like you see these things on Marketplace and they go, oh, you know, the ad's there and it's a mocked up hot rod car, whatever. And it says, 90% of the work's done. Well, that's bullshit because 90% of the work is still to be done. Like I can mock a car up in a day and make it look good in a picture, but it takes a hell of a lot longer to...
Well, just to give you some idea, we've been working on Butcher's Little Roadster. So if you saw the video last week, it probably looked reasonably complete. I spent a few hours during the week, Craig, and the last 2 days, both of us pretty much on it, just fitting little bits.
All the little things, and of course, when it's painted,
fuel pump,
you've got to be a lot more careful.
Yeah.
And of course, then I've spent the day reinventing the shifter cable because halfway through the build, the gearbox changed from a BTR to a C4, so it shifted sides and throws and like it was. But anyway, it's done, and you know, but people don't see that, you know, they don't, well, they don't think of that when you think, oh yeah, I can just knock something up in the weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
And I guess that's one thing to consider is if you're doing it at home yourself, it's your time. That's fine. You can, if you spend 4 hours doing a small job, then that's
all right. But if you're going to pay someone,
you bring it to a shop like us.
Yep.
I mean, realistically, whether it's us or even shops in America, most places like around $100 an hour.
that's
So you got to
a
think-
minimum.
That's
You know.
some and more.
Yeah.
For small jobs, man, you got to think about like just fitting a mirror or a pair of mirrors. Even if it takes an hour, it's like the mirrors plus $100. Then you get a more complicated job, like even refitting the exhaust. You know, you're trying to be clean, make
Yeah,
sure
not
it's nothing,
scratch anything.
not scratch
Yeah.
anything. Tool is
That's right.
guiding it through. Suddenly, we spent 3 hours fitting the exhaust again. That's
Yeah.
how you got to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so this is, if you've got any suggestions, and I
Yeah.
think we're 90% convinced
We'll
that
go
we're going Barra.
Yeah, I think so.
We think that's the way to go. Our cameraman will be doing the computer side of it and the wiring because
Yeah.
he's young and he understands
You
that shit.
understand it. We don't understand.
You know, no, that's right.
Fuel injection. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
What, you don't,
Where do you
don't pour fuel down the car?
Where's the idle mixture screw?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
How do you adjust
That's
the
right.
idle?
Yeah.
But that's the way we think we'll go, whether it's auto or manual, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
And yeah, like service bed, if someone can find one
Yeah.
of those. And
Service bed would be cool. Look, we could build a step side for it, but we've been talking about this particular car for 12 months,
Yeah.
and the plan was always to go service bed. That was
Yeah.
the initial idea. So we're sort of pretty stuck on that if we can find one, but
Yeah.
it's just finding one.
they're
And if
around.
not, we'll have to make one,
Yeah, we can make
I suppose.
one.
But I don't really want to have to make one if someone's got one in their backyard and they say, oh shit, you could have had that.
Yeah. Or it's
You know.
one that, like we only have to change a couple of
Yeah.
little bits and pieces.
Yeah,
to
that's
mount
right.
it Or whatever.
That's right. So that's the plan.
So join us on the process. So every Friday,
The journey.
we're going to work on this car.
Come
Some
on
weeks
on the
we'll be
journey.
doing stuff. Other weeks we'll just be
Well, some
Working it
weeks is going to be exciting and
Big
yeah, you've done shit, and then the other stuff it'll be just real basic shit stuff. But that's how you build a car.
That's how
You've
you
got to
build
do the shit stuff as well as the cool stuff.
yeah.
So you can't just be doing the cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
someone's
yeah.
out doing Friday afternoon
Friday
burnout,
afternoon
so I can
burnout.
hear it.
But it's been raining, so they've got an extra 100 horsepower. Man,
Oh, they've definitely got 100 horsepower in
yeah,
that.
that sounds like a BN.
Yeah, it actually does. It's Kelmscott. It's a V6 VN.
Yeah.
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 Oh no, they're worth money now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
VE.
VE. Yeah.
VE.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I think we've talked crap for enough.
Yeah.
But that's the new project.
Yeah.
We're committing to every Friday putting something up about it. We're going to work on it every Friday
Yeah.
somehow. And we'll still work on the Barracuda, and we'll still be working on Don
Yeah,
and
Don and Roses. That's actually looking reasonable. I've got the body back on it, and it's sort of, you know, we've still got a long way to go, but it's actually starting to look pretty cool now. So yeah. And Butcher's car, the green T, that's by the end of the week that'll be getting wired probably.
Yeah.
So we're just sort of buttoning up all that stuff that needs to go off so that they can wire everything, and then it'll come back, and then we'll get it running, and
So probably maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week we'll
probably do another video on that because it's
Yeah,
a lot more
on
complete now.
Butchers, and
Yeah.
we might the 55, maybe the engine bay will be all that stuff done.
Possibly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's been raining a lot, so anyway.
All right. Enjoy.
Righto. See you guys.
See ya.